Hello, good morning. It's Tuesday the 21st. I'm FX Blue and this is the market brief. So it is all about Omicron. The spread seems to have surprised the government and their science boffins. And it's got to the point where the government will not guarantee that we'll manage to avoid tighter restrictions. Boris was on yesterday. He refused to rule out any move to combat the spread, repeating that it will only be controlled if as many people as possible receive the vaccine. I missed the briefing, but my mate Fat Joe told me that hands, face and space has been replaced with a new catchy slogan. Be fab, book a cab, nab a jab and from the lab and then smoke a tab. I'm not sure they would really advocate smoking afterwards though. It's all a bit post-coital. Anyway, we have a commitment that nothing is planned before Christmas, but that's a pretty obvious call in the grander scheme of things. Boris is already on the ropes from his lockdown parties last Christmas, and it would be tantamount to political suicide if he cancelled Christmas at such short notice. While the market has begun to wind down for Christmas, Q1 forecasts are still a consideration. After last week's interest rate hike, chances are we'll need to see further increases in the new year. Sunak will need to factor that into any support that's being demanded from many different sectors that are struggling from lower footfall and reduced on-site staffing. That presents a threat to manufacturing and services output in particular, as the current trend seems to be to shelter ahead of Christmas. Safety first, kids. Yesterday, sterling fell back below 132 against the dollar as the end of the rate hike effect waned slightly. Over in the US, the market seems to have accepted the need for tighter monetary policy, and that's already being tested by concerns over the Omicron spread. The risk is that the spread will cause a slowdown in activity and growth while reducing the effect of the Fed action on inflation. Goldman Sachs has been on. They've downgraded their Q1 prediction from 3% to 2% already. And what does slower growth and higher inflation risk? Anyone? Bueller? Stagflation. Lower growth and higher inflation is the path to stagflation, the economist's nightmare. For now, though, the dollar index remains pretty well supported. Yesterday we saw 96.65, and euro dollar, well, that dropped down to 112.75. Anyway, that's it from me, dashing for my train. Join me again tomorrow.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FX Blue.